Next on Broadway Profiles, he's a dual threat, both stage and screen. I'll talk to the great Blair Underwood. Plus, Broadway already knew she was amazing. Now the world does too. We'll talk to the breakout star of the Netflix musical The Prom, Ariana DeBose. And a little bit later, he is one of the Broadway stars who's earned his way onto the Forbes 30 Under 30 list. You'll get to know Jeremy Pope. I'm Tamsen Fadal, and this is Broadway Profiles, presented by Broadway.com. Welcome to Broadway Profiles. I'm your host, Tamsen Fadal. Blair Underwood is an A-list star on the Broadway stage, on TV, and in the movies. And right now, you can see him starring alongside Bryan Cranston in the Showtime limited series Your Honor. Plus, he's also nominated for a Tony for his role in last season's A Soldier's Play.
I've got to start off with Your Honor, because I sat Sunday night at the edge of my seat watching the second episode of it, and now I know you're a part of it.
So Your Honor is it's 10 episodes on Showtime, and we don't know if the show's coming back for a second season yet. So I literally do one scene in episode 8 as a teaser to set up the second season.
Dad, something happened.
Oh my God. Listen to me very carefully. You've got your whole life ahead of you. We decide what the truth is.
Just to be a part of this cast, it stars Bryan Cranston. It's just, and it's Showtime. It's just a phenomenal piece of entertainment to be a part of. So I'm excited about it.
What was it like being on the set? What were you anticipating versus what it was like being back out there after all these months?
First of all, I felt filled with gratitude to be able to work. A lot of production in Hollywood was shut down for about 6 months. A lot of shows have been shooting for the last 3 months or so, but it was my first time working that one day I did on Your Honor. So it was exciting in one sense to be able to get on a plane, and you're tested beforehand, as I was saying. You're tested when you land, you're tested before you go to hair and makeup, then you're tested the day you shoot. And by that time, man, I tell you, it just felt, by the time they said cut on the final take, you felt like you'd crossed a marathon and say, man, we kind of made it without one person getting sick, because one person gets sick and they got to shut it down.
You and Bryan do Broadway, do shows, do TV, a lot of people try to do that. I don't know there are many people that I say, wow, they can cross over to either one of those, forms of entertainment and just kill it every time.
No, Tamsen, thank you for saying that. It's always been my first love. I've said this for years, and my first professional love is the theater. I started doing local dinner theaters in Virginia, in Richmond, Virginia, in high school, and then went to Carnegie Mellon University and studied music theater, singing, dancing, and acting. So just doing A Soldier's Play. As it turned out, we were the last Broadway play to be up before the pandemic. Everything shut. We took our bow on Wednesday, the 11th. Broadway went black on Thursday the 12th, so everything was shut down.
Take off those sunglasses.
I intend to carry out my orders, and I like these glasses. They're like MacArthur's.
You go near that sheriff's office in Tynan, in your uniform, carrying a briefcase, looking and sounding white and charging local people. You'll be found just as dead as Sergeant Waters. People around here don't respect the color.
I know that.
You come from a military family. Can you talk a little bit about the importance of that thread as you were on that stage?
This was a godsend in a lot of ways, because partially I did come from a military family. My father's retired Army full bird colonel, as you know. So to be able to really explore and delve into that world of African-American soldiers, in this case, the 1940s, my dad was in Vietnam, but just African-American soldiers in the US military and all the complexities that brings. You deal with 9 African-American characters, 2 or 3 white characters, and just what that meant in 1944 in Louisiana and the United States military. I love that because of my father's role in my life, but also as an officer in the 1960s. So to have that, and to them, especially on opening night, to have my father and my mother there. My mother passed away a month and a half ago, but her last hurrah was opening night on Broadway. She introduced myself, my brother, and 2 sisters to Broadway, into the theater. I have love for the theater because of her, but to have them both there on opening night, especially now in retrospect, having lost her now, just was incredible. So that experience, not just opening night, but just to do A Soldier's Play was magical in a lot of different ways.
For the rest of my interview with Blair Underwood, head over to Broadway.com. Okay, now let's talk about the new Netflix musical, The Prom. It is chock full of A-list Hollywood talent, but the breakout star of the film is already familiar to Broadway audiences. Broadway.com's editor-in-chief Paul Wontorek is here with more on the story for us. Hey there, Paul.
Hi, Tamsen. Tony nominee Ariana DeBose's career has taken off like a rocket. She was in the original cast of Hamilton, and she was nominated for the Tony as Disco Donna in the Donna Summer Musical. And now Ariana is starring alongside Meryl Streep, Nicole Kidman, Kerry Washington, and more. Take a look.
I love this film so much because I think it pays tribute to the stage production. But it also it's kind of a beautiful tribute to who we are as a theatrical community. You know, I think the tone of it captures our spirit, and also allows so many of those important conversations to be had. But in a nutshell, it's a dream come true. You know, it's like I pinched myself realizing that I got to work with Meryl Streep and I got to work with Kerry Washington and now KW and I text. Like, what is life?
I just wanna dance with you.
I'm sorry, who are you people?
We are from Broadway.
Let's talk about Alyssa Green. She's struggling with this relationship with this girl, and you have identified as queer. This feels like, on paper, something you can relate to.
I 100% relate to Alyssa. There are elements of her story that are very personal to me. I remember very viscerally as a young person trying to meet the expectations of so many other people. I think young people today have so many pressures, but I loved that I had the opportunity to explore Alyssa in tandem with working with Kerry, because she made it feel so safe for us to have this conversation about what a mother-daughter relationship looks like between two women of color. And you see Mrs. Green, who ultimately is a bigot, and she's homophobic as well. And that's a topic that is rarely talked about in this setting between two women of color. I love that this story has a happy ending, Paul. Like, it has a happy ending. It's all about the possibility that you can stand in your truth and be your most authentic self. And you can wear your crown. There's nothing wrong with who you are. You are perfectly made.
I'm gonna take a stand for all the people out there who love someone in a way the world just doesn't understand.
I want to hear sort of about some of the highlights on set.
I did get Miranda Priestley once, Miss Meryl. It's actually my first day on set, and I was so nervous. When Meryl doesn't take, like, you clap for Miss Meryl because she's Meryl and she's brilliant. Every time it's different, it just gets better and better. I learned so much from watching her. But the one time I didn't clap because I had something on my skirt, right? And I'm looking down, I'm trying to fix it. I look up and there she is, right here. And she said, "You are not clapping. Was it not good?" And I just immediately started sweating. I said, no, and I sat on the floor and I bowed. I just bowed. Because I literally was looking at Miranda Priestley, Meryl Streep. I mean, oh my gosh, it was the craziest moment.
And that's really just a snapshot of what we talked about. You can see my full interview with Ariana DeBose right now on Broadway.com. Back to you, Tamsen.
Thanks so much, Paul. Well, yet another Broadway-inspired film we've got to mention.
When I got there, they began to say. That's to get the people's attention.
It's Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, streaming now on Netflix. It's the film adaptation of the 1982 play by August Wilson. It stars Viola Davis and the late, great Chadwick Boseman, who's getting a lot of early Oscar buzz in his final screen performance. Katherine Gallagher is nominated for a Tony Award and a Grammy Award, and she is continuing to put out new music all the time. Since the Broadway shutdown in March, Katherine has written and recorded 13 original songs and counting, including a new song that is practically perfect for this moment in time, along with a new COVID-era music video featuring some of Broadway's biggest stars.
How does that come to you? How does that thought process work for you?
It's usually
The best songs I write happen very, very quickly. And usually it's just out of this, you know, like this last song I wrote called Nostalgic for the Moment is the last one to come out. Someone said to me in this like really beautiful, beautiful moment, do you ever, you know, sort of get like nostalgic for the moment you're in? And I was like, I like this song. Nostalgia has been such a theme of like everybody's life lately, that there's been so many incredible people on the internet making these videos of their sort of like pre-COVID life to the song, and like these, you know, incredible sort of montages of like being together with other people. It's so cool. Like I wept every time I see someone make it. I'm like, oh my God, someone sat there on their phone and looked through their old memories and put them all together and using this song. And I had never had such a personal relationship with the people who listen to my music as I do now. It's just really cool. It's really cool.
Can I hear any of it?
Yeah. Do you want me to play it right now?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I love it. I love when you just do it like that. It's amazing.
It's getting dark early now, so you walked me home. It took you 30 blocks to kiss me. I blame the full moon. And I'm dizzy with desire when I close the door. You know just what you're doing, leaving me wanting more. But I like it when you touch me, and I like it when you call. And I picture how your clothes look on my living room floor. Ooh, ask if I ever get nostalgic like you do. If you could see me now, then you'd know that I do. I wake up early now just to check my phone. I'm feeling like a kid, I need a chaperone. And I pretend my hands are yours whenever I'm bored. Well, tell me you don't love feeling adored. 'Cause I like it when you want me, and I like it when you don't. And I picture you all over. Well, don't make me wait too long. Ooh, ask if I ever get nostalgic like you do. Ooh, if you could see me now, then you'd know that I do. Get nostalgic for the moment. I can't hide, I can't hold it back. Get nostalgic for the moment. I can't hide, I can't hold it.
Up next, mind-blowing magic and unbelievable storytelling arriving on Hulu this month. We'll talk to the creator and star of In and of Itself. I'm Tamsen Fadal, and you're watching Broadway Profiles. "2017 feels like a lifetime ago, but one of the truly great shows that year was In and of Itself. Magician Delgadio boggled the minds of audiences in New York City, using the power of illusion to tell just an incredible story about identity. And it began every single night with each audience member choosing a card to identify themselves. And now his show, In and of Itself, is coming to Hulu. Broadway.com correspondent Charlie Cooper talked to the creator and star.
Delgadio's acclaimed off-Broadway show, In and of Itself, is available on Hulu. The captivating story of his personal journey becomes a collective experience, even from the comfort of your own home. I spoke with Derek about preserving the one-of-a-kind show. So you guys made a decision to preserve this show for Hulu. Talk about the importance of doing that and why you guys even decided to do that.
I haven't made it a habit to film my work or record it. I just didn't think it translated or wasn't intended to be translated to a different medium. But this show was different. I felt like I at some point, after doing it enough in New York, I saw something happening in the room that no one else was privileged to see, because I had a very unique perspective in that performance where I got to stare at them every single night, and so I got to see their faces, and the work was having an effect. The work was resonating, and the things I was trying to say, it was being heard.
As we watch the show, it kind of unravels, like it almost feels like an onion, like you're peeling back the layers. And eventually towards the end, I just was able to see how connected the entire room of people were. And I imagine so many of them were probably strangers. Was that intentional?
The secret is that of the show is that it was never really about me. It's about them. They just didn't know it. They think that this is an autobiographical show about me, and it starts to dawn on them that there's something else bubbling under the surface here. And by the end of it, it becomes clear that I'm just a proxy for their experience, or their entryway into this idea about identity, which is actually really about them, which is to say it's about all of us. And so it's my job to let the artifice sort of fall away as the experience progresses, so that you're left seeing the truth.
I know right now, especially with everybody stuck at home, being on a streaming platform, how much does this Hulu opportunity mean to you?
This is a very untraditional project. I don't think there's anything really like it. Everyone who's come to the project has come based on their kind of a belief system of just believing in that the work matters and that it should be seen. I really look forward to having it on a platform where you know, more people will see it arguably in the first week than did in the entire run, which is really incredible.
Still ahead, he's a Tony nominee and an Emmy nominee. Now he's on the Forbes 30 Under 30 list. You'll get to know Jeremy Pope. I'm Tamsen Fadal, and you're watching Broadway Profiles. Jeremy Pope is one of only 6 actors in history to be nominated for Tony Awards for 2 different shows in the same year, both Choir Boy and Ain't Too Proud. That was his 2019. His 2020 included earning a spot on the Forbes magazine 30 Under 30 list of rising stars in the entertainment business. He's tonight's Fresh Face.
I want to give it up to my drama teacher in high school, Miss Brendel Horn. She allowed me to explore myself. My first show I did was Cats. I played Skimbleshanks. I found a place in theater. I found a place where I could be and be strange and weird and all the things, and everyone loved us for who we were. When I was growing up, I had my hands in all the clubs. I wanted to do this, that, and the third. I had a lot of friends. I was very social. That was a lot of the trouble that I got into, is Jeremy's talking too much in class. But I was just trying to mingle, you know what I'm saying? I didn't have a lot of money. I just moved to New York, and I second acted in The Heights. And that was a game changer for me. It was the first time that I saw a show where it was new, it was fresh, it felt like the music and the style of music that I liked and I enjoyed. 2013, Choir Boy was my first job. Ferris was my first job. Coming back 5 years later, I'm aware of how special the story is. It's not every day and not every show that the lead of a show is a Black queer narrative. I'm gonna just keep going and see where we end up, but I feel like we out here.
Okay, before we go, we asked some of our favorite Broadway stars to give us their New Year's resolutions as we head into 2021.
My New Year's resolution for 2021 is to spend more time talking to people about things and less time talking to things about people.
My New Year's resolution for 2021 is to always lead each day with love and happiness and to drink less wine.
This year has taught me that simplicity will set you free, so I am hoping for simplicity in my life and in my relationships and in my home, and I wish the same for you.
My New Year's resolution for 2021 is to be a little bit less resolute.
My New Year's resolution for 2021 is to follow my New Year's resolution from 2020.
My New Year's resolution for 2021 is to never forget the joy of being in a live theater. It's easy when you do it for your job and you don't ever think it's going to go away to forget just how special it is. So I'm making that resolution for myself that when I'm back in a theater, I will never once forget how special it is and how much joy it brings me and everybody else.
And that's going to do it for us. Have a happy new year. Until next week, I'm Tamsen Fadal, and this is Broadway Profiles, presented by Broadway.com.